All right. We are headed to the Hillsborough County dump. I've got some things that we're not supposed to put in the trash can, although I'm pretty sure people do. Oh, look, a Waste Pro truck. I wonder where they're going. A couple of televisions and a cosmetic refrigerator and maybe a printer. I've thrown printers in the garbage before. Guilty. I had a fax machine once that I got. I'm not even sure where I got this fax machine, but it was a big mama fax machine. So when I threw it at the bottom of the trash can, it made a huge noise. And I'm sure when it came out into the garbage truck, it also made a huge noise. But it was pretty much too late to do anything about it. I threw it in the trash. So I'm guessing this printer will be okay, because where I'm going, you're supposed to be able to throw away electronics and that kind of stuff. Although the last time I went, I was trying to get rid of a microwave that had died. But apparently, this is a county disposal place, and they were like, nope, you can't get rid of that here. I was like, well, why not? Because you have a city address, and this is the county. And so the lady was nice enough to give me what she called a courtesy dump. I took it. I laughed my face off over the term. A courtesy dump. And I thought to myself, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to upset the government worker who was thinking that she was doing me a favor. So I didn't want to go to the city dump that was all the way across the county to do that. But so I said thank you, and I thought to myself, is it like a courtesy flush? It's kind of the same thing. Anyway, so that's what happened there. So I am on my way. It is a nice day. It's warm. It's the car says it's 83 degrees. I think it's probably closer to 87, 88. You can see big fluffy clouds in the sky. It's nice. Midday traffic, I guess. It's Friday. So I guess the traffic will probably start stacking up here a little earlier, as it does. I had to remember to see. I didn't remember if I needed to take a utility bill and my ID to prove that I live, in the county. I have my ID and I have water bill. Water bill proves I live in a city, I guess. Yes, in this area, there is a county water department and a city water department. As a matter of fact, I'm not far from the third water district, which is owned by a private company, which is kind of an interesting thing because it only covers one small neighborhood who are not on city water or county water. So it's kind of weird. This part of the area is older, and 50 or 60 years ago, maybe more than that, it was really on the outskirts of town. So a lot of things are kind of weird and kind of legacy. It's weird. It works though. Well, kind of, sort of. Kind of works. We are headed east. For those of you who are from this area, that's the amphitheater. It used to be called the Ford Amphitheater, and now it's the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. Oh, getting passed up by one of Hillsborough County's finest. this leads on to the interstate I-4 headed east. But we're not going to get on the interstate. We're going to get on to Highway 92, which is Hillsborough Avenue. As that goes out to where we want to go. It's one of those intersections. It's one of those things where here comes off of 301 a big truck, and this truck's probably getting on the interstate, and I just assume that 53-foot trailer be in front of me, not beside me. And I need to change lanes because we're headed to, as the sign says, 92 East. There we go. Going through a part of the county called Seffner. Seffner is part of the unincorporated Hillsborough County. No, Seffner doesn't have a mayor or a city council. They are under the auspices of county commission. And we don't have a county mayor. Thank God. That would just be one more layer of government. And no one needs that, right? There's the International Brotherhood of something or other. AFL-CIO Union Hall. I think it's pipe fitters, I think. You think as long as I lived here that I'd know that, right? But I don't. But I do not. I don't mean anybody any disrespect. I just don't know. I've passed that sign a couple thousand times, and because there's so much writing on it, I've never been by there slow enough to read the writing. There is Club 92, and it's also now called the SD Banquet Hall. Used to be a bar, obviously, Club 92. Oh, there's another union hall across the street there. International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, local union. I think there's a pizza. There used to be a pizza place back there, but it's turned into a tire shop. It shows how much I get along. Get along through. And I think there's another union hall. I don't know why there's been union halls over there. I guess property was cheap. Yeah, there's another one right there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you can see it up on the left, but there is a large flag there, and I think this is the real Confederate flag. You can see it up there on the left, way up there. I don't know, and I can't touch the camera. There it is. 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 There's a private park where that car right there, that maroon car is, and it is a park that is a memorial to the Confederate war dead. You can see that flag on the interstate for quite a big distance, and when they fly the stars and bars, it's really impossible not to see. It's at the interchange of I-75 and Interstate 4. One of the most traveled portions of the county. Again, hard not to see. There were in the beginning a number of attempts to get that flag taken down, but the flag meets all the legal requirements. It's on private property. It got approved, and it doesn't seem to be a problem legally. So I don't think there's been any attempts recently in the past 10 years. Yeah, it's been there a long time. To remove it. On on and around July 4th, around Independence Day, they do fly the American flag. Old Glory, they do fly that, and that flag you saw there was really the Confederate flag. They also fly that battle flag of that regiment in Virginia that people call the Confederate flag, the one with the red background. It's called the Stars and Bars. So they fly a number of them. I've seen them fly what I'm going to refer to as the Betsy Ross flag, one with the circle with 13 colonies. So they fly a lot of American flags. So I think that's probably why no one bothers them, really. Not anymore. It is a group of people that are, again, the original idea is that there's a memorial there for the Confederate war dead. The name of the organization escapes me right now, frankly. When I was running for office, I got asked to go and speak to them because they were going to support my campaign. And I was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I want to get embroiled in that conversation. It was frankly, where I was running, it was kind of a no-win for me. So I didn't. And I wasn't trying to make any great statement. It was just it was just politically stupid. So I decided that I had a hard enough time as it was. So I was like, nah, that's okay. I won't get involved in all that. Because it puts you in an argument that you don't really want any part of. Because my thought is that it's their property; they can put up whatever, as long as it's within the confines of the law. It's the right height, blah 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 blah, and all that stuff. What I got to say about it? I don't have to like it. I don't have to be okay with it. But I'm not going to support it because I don't have to support it, and I don't have to, spend my time trying to get them to take it down when they're in full, when they're obeying the law. So, you know what I'm saying? You see how that's sort of like a tar baby thing? Now you're stuck with it, and now you got to deal with it. I was like, no. And apparently they were going to. There were some people there who could easily fund my campaign. It wasn't worth it. So we are now at the corner of Highway 92, Hillsborough Avenue, and County Road 579, headed back north here. See how I could have gotten on the interstate and gotten off at this exit. But if I could avoid Interstate 4, then I do. Now I'm wondering if I turned too early? I think I might have turned too early. I don't think so. Well, we'll find out. When you go somewhere every couple of years, I mean, it's not like I'm out here every month. Every couple of years, you get like, is this the right street? Is this the right place? I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm gonna look over here. Oh yeah, there's there's a gas station where I normally the Flying J. I think we'll stop back by there and have a cup of coffee. Grab a cup of coffee on the way back through Gadsden. Most certainly. Just over there is the Lazy Days RV. If you're a salesperson and you can sell, you can make a whole bunch of money selling RVs. You can make a butt ton of money selling RVs. Because yes, you have some looky-loos like me, but when you get somebody who's really looking to buy, they will spend some money. Especially now, you got a situation where people are actually buying them and living in them. Not just traveling and living, I mean living in them. Seniors who have decided that, maintaining a home and paying taxes on a house and trying to keep up with the house and all that stuff is really not what they want to do. You have young people who are deciding the same thing. So they're buying RVs, big and small, and living in the RV. Like sometimes they buy the RV and mom and dad have property somewhere, so they just park the RV on the property and that's where they live. Some folks have a problem with that because you're still living like mom and dad. But as long as as long as you're taking care of yourself and taking care of your needs, if you just happen to be sharing a house with your parents, I don't really have a problem with that. Because during this time, it makes sense to do. Now, back in the early 80s, when I was in college living in Tallahassee, where you could you could get a one bedroom apartment for $200 a month. That's different. Even then, $200 seemed like a lot, but it was within our reach with what we were making. We were making a lot less. The $200 was within our reach. The one bedroom apartment now is $1,500 a month or more. In some places more than that. It's not within the normal reach of an individual. It isn't. It's dumb. So if they want to hang out with mom and dad don't care, it's fine. Because the situation is not the same as it was when, let's say, I was, my kid's age. It's just it just isn't. Now this place gets weirder and weirder every time I come here. Look at all this stuff. Look at all. Oh, somebody's waving me through. Weird. Absolutely weird. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Later, right?
Hey, how are you doing, sweetie? Oh. Good. I just got a couple of TVs I need to throw away.
Okay, may I see your driver's license?
Sure. There we are.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Number 2.
Number 2?
Yes, sir.
Very good. And they give you a place to go. And that's my dumpster right there. Normally I'd spend the time backing up into it, but the TVs aren't heavy. They're small. Alrighty. And that's that, friends. Let's go get a cup of coffee. Make sure my phone's not overheating. It's not. Super. All I had to show was my driver's license. I had a water bill with me, but all I had to show was my driver's license as proof that I live here in the county. You know, it's you know, as a culture, we really generate so much trash and garbage. Oh, there's some refrigerators there. I'm pretty sure that was okay. That I didn't have to bring that little bitty refrigerator down here and put it with a, well, I don't know. Probably I should. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And we'll just zip on out here. I don't know. There's some little stuff down there. Any case. Well, that was it. That was a big adventure. Yeah, the first time I came out here, I couldn't find I didn't know where this road led, and I had some TVs or whatever, and I came over here in this little building and nobody was here. I was like, what the heck do I do? As you can see there, there wasn't I went over there to that building there. There wasn't a bunch of signage there, but they put this sign up next to me. It says Hillsborough Heights Solid Waste Facility. There's a place for like, I don't know, paint and stuff on one side, and hazardous materials. Oh, look. This part of the RV sales park is closed for renovations. That means that they're fixing it up to make some more money. More money, more money, more money. All right, let's see if we can get across the street here. Well, traffic is coming. I am the type of driver who wants to be seen as very careful. And if it takes me 5-10 minutes longer to get to somewhere, and I can get there with little or no stress, then that's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I'll do it. I don't want to pull out in front of people. I don't want people to pull out in front of me. I like to put into place what I consider my collision avoidance system. So we're gonna drop down at the Flying J, grab ourselves one of these delicious cups of coffee. Normally the coffee here is, well, sometimes it's good. Most times it's a little less than good. No, but a couple times it's been really good. So I'm like, well, let's try it again today. Let's spin the wheel of coffee. Coffee. Also a truck stop, so it gets like this. It gets busy. And obviously that truck right there is full of coffee. There we go. And it's lunchtime, so a lot of activity. We're just going to put our head on a swivel and try to get in right here. How about that? Alrighty, kids. We will return in a minute.